Welcome to AG Chelsea TV. In today's video, I'll take a look at the latest Chelsea FC news. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss my latest videos. PSG are competing with Liverpool, Chelsea, and Manchester City for Celta's Gabri Veiga. PSG are vying with Chelsea, Liverpool, and Manchester City for the signing of Celta Vigo's Gabri Veiga. Chelsea see Veiga as a potential replacement for Mason Mount, who is on the verge of joining Manchester United. The 21-year-old midfielder impressed last season and has a release clause of €40 million, £34.4 million, in his contract. While Liverpool, Manchester City, and Barcelona have also shown interest in Veiga, PSG are intensifying their efforts to strengthen their midfield. Veiga, predominantly playing as a number 6 or a number 8, scored 11 goals and provided 4 assists in 36 La Liga games last season. However, PSG have yet to trigger Veiga's release clause, leaving the door open for other clubs. Chelsea, in particular, are in need of midfield reinforcements with the impending departures of Mount, N'Golo Kanté, and Mateo Kovacic. Chelsea are also interested in Southampton's Romeo Lavia, but the £45 million valuation and competition from Arsenal and Liverpool make it a challenging pursuit. Mauricio Pochettino ends Tottenham bond with Chelsea interview. For any Tottenham fans still harbouring mixed feelings about Mauricio Pochettino, the Argentine's introduction at Chelsea might have finally offered clarity. It is only a few short months ago since Spurs supporters chanted Pochettino's name at consecutive matches, desperate for one of their favourite sons to return to North London. But for many, seeing him in the Chelsea kit finally provided a grim kind of closure. His description of the Blues as the greatest team in England over the past decade or so and one of the best clubs in the world would have been especially galling, considering Spurs' fierce rivalry with Chelsea and their bitter clashes when Pochettino was in charge, notably the Battle of the Bridge in May 2016. Pochettino, of course, was never likely to say anything different in a club interview on his first official day at Cobham, but for his jilted exes it must have felt like a whole new betrayal. It remains to be seen what kind of reception Pochettino will receive when he returns to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on November 4th, but it seems likely that it will, at least, be mixed, even if some supporters reserve most of the blame for Chairman Daniel Levy for refusing to approach the 51-year-old when Antonio Conte was sacked. Chelsea transfer negotiations underway for £83 million Brazilian wonder kid. The Blues are still looking to recruit big money signings this summer to replenish their stocks, with Moises Caicedo being their most prominent target for the moment. However, since the club's takeover last summer, they have been unafraid to invest in young talent too. Omari Hutchinson, Cesare Casadei, Zach Sturge, Carney Chukwuemeka, and Gabriel Slonina were all acquired in the summer of 2022 before Andre Santos and Malo Gusto were signed in January. Juwan Richards has arrived this summer, while talks have taken place for Angelo Gabriel. It appears that the Blues could be looking to Brazil again for the signature of Flamengo's Matheus Franca. With reports of a deal to be done, Football.London takes a look at the 19-year-old. The teenager is among the latest exciting talents to emerge from Flamengo, with the Brazilian club having already produced the likes of Vinicius Jr. and Lucas Paqueta in recent years. The attacking midfielder has already featured 53 times for Flamengo's senior side and scored 9 goals. Franca has featured across a number of attacking positions, albeit usually in support of a striker. The youngster has been part of a squad that has seen success in the Copa Libertadores and Copa do Brasil. The young star made his breakthrough after an impressive 2021 season with Flamengo's youth team. He scored 19 times in 18 appearances across the under-17 and under-20 sides. He was not released to participate in the Under-20 World Cup with Brazil. Flamengo U20's coach, Fabio Matias, told Globo Esporte in 2022, he has many important aspects to his game. In addition to technical and tactical ability, he has a very good understanding of the game. That makes him stand out because he interprets spaces well. The most talented players have an understanding of space and how to manage that. He also has the ability to be decisive in front of goal and is a great finisher, Flamengo Vice President Marco Braz said in January. We do not put Matheus Franca up for sale. He is not for sale. We are not interested negotiating for Matheus Franca at this moment. That came amid interest from Newcastle, who were said to have had a £13.5 million bid rejected. However, Franca's latest contract provided him with the largest release clause in Flamengo history at £83 million. When he signed a 5-year contract in 2022. Ziyech breaks silence on failed Saudi Arabia transfer. Hakim Ziyech has publicly responded to claims he failed his Al Nassr medical after the mooted transfer did not materialize. The Chelsea star looked set to be joining the likes of N'Golo Kante, Kalidou Koulibaly and Edouard Mendy in Saudi Arabia, having been in advanced talks to join Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr. But just when the deal looks like it was about to be closed, reports emerged claiming the deal had fell through. Foot Mercato say the medical in Saudi Arabia uncovered a knee problem and that raised some doubts for Al Nassr. It was claimed he had a second medical and because of worries, the offer on the table was revised and featured reduced terms. The transfer collapsed as a result, but Ziyech has reacted to the idea that he has issues in his knees. On Instagram, he posted a picture of his legs on a football pitch, with the caption, "Knee problems, right?" accompanied by laughing emojis. It's said that a similar issue came to light when Ziyech was slated to sign for Paris Saint-Germain on loan in the January window, but the club were content with completing the deal after further examinations. However, the transfer fell through at the very last minute, with Chelsea apparently sending the wrong documents to PSG on 3 occasions. Brighton make transfer decision on Chelsea star Levi Colwill. The 20-year-old enjoyed a successful loan spell on the South Coast last season as the Seagulls qualified for Europe for the first time in their history. Colwill has enhanced his reputation further while representing England's under-21s at the European Championships. The elegant centre-half's future, meanwhile, remains the subject of intense speculation, with Colwill unwilling to accept a bit-part role under new Chelsea boss Mauricio Pochettino. The Blues are keen to tie the 20-year-old defender down to a new deal, having rejected a £40 million from Brighton earlier in the window. Chelsea insist he is not for sale at any price and view him as a long-term option at centre-half, but as it stands heading into the 2023-24 season, Chelsea are well stocked at the back, with Thiago Silva also still a mainstay at the back. Chelsea have invested heavily at the back over the last 12 months, with Wesley Fofana joining the club in a £70 million deal last summer. Benoit Badiashile arrived for £30 million in January, with Trevoh Chalobah also an option. Despite the intense competition for places, Colwill looks set to remain at his boyhood club, with Brighton exploring alternative targets. According to Fabrizio Romano, Brighton have already made contact with Ajax for Calvin Bassey, who joined the Dutch Giants from Rangers last summer. And that's the final content of today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.